So I'm a big believer in morning routines. They've really transformed my productivity, my walk with the Lord, and just my life in general. There's just something really special about rising before dawn, giving God the first fruits of your day. I've had the unique privilege of helping thousands of Christians refine their own Christ-honoring morning routines. But there's one pattern that keeps showing up when I talk to people who are struggling to stick to a morning routine, and that is that they aren't preparing for it. So if you're somebody who's looking to start a morning routine, or maybe you have tried and failed in the past to stick with one, hopefully this video can help you put the right pieces in place to create a morning routine that you will actually stick with. Write your plan. So about 10 years ago, I started experimenting with different morning routines. What worked, what didn't work, what are the elements that I wanted to include that were really helpful, what time should I wake up, what time to go to bed, all of that stuff. But even when I would pick a routine that I was sticking with for a long time, there would be mornings I'd wake up and I'd be really groggy and I would forget what I was supposed to be doing. Was I supposed to read the Bible? Was I going to exercise first, or was that second? And writing out my plan for the morning routine, it helped me not to confuse what I was supposed to be doing or in what order, because even though I was sleepy and I just woke up, all I had to do was follow the plan, right? You just make it easier on yourself when you write out your plan for your morning routine. Personally, I use a routine called Power Mornings, which stands for prayer, organize, word, exercise, reading and writing, right? So it's getting all of these 5 elements in there. But even though I've been doing this plan for many, many years, I still keep a written copy of that with me so I know exactly what my plan is, because there are days I just wake up and I don't know what to do next. It's just easier to pick up a piece of paper and say, okay, just follow the plan. Prepare your space. Our environment shapes our habits. For example, you brush your teeth because the toothbrush is right there next to the sink. It's hard to forget it. You're looking at the toothbrush. But if you kept your toothbrush out in the garage and every time you needed to brush your teeth each night, you had to go get out a ladder and go up into the loft of the garage and get your toothbrush down, you probably wouldn't stick to that habit very easily. And so one thing we can do to help ourselves a little with something like a morning routine or any habit we're trying to keep is to prepare the space, prepare the environment to make it conducive to doing that thing. So for me, I have my morning routine right back here in this chair each morning. I keep my Bible and my notebook and the books I'm reading and my morning routine schedule all there right next to the chair, so that all I have to do is reach up and grab those things and do them. And when I finish my morning routine, I reset the space. I turn my Bible to the next thing in my Bible reading plan. I put the books back up on the shelf. I reset the blanket and the pillow and the notebook. Everything is there ready for the next time. I want to remove as much friction as I possibly can from me doing that morning routine. Have a bedtime. So when I first got married, my wife and I made the commitment to go to bed at the same time every night. Problem was, my wife went to bed really early. And so I would go to bed at 9:30, 10 with her, and then I'd be waking up at 4:30, 5 every morning. I wasn't trying to wake up early. I just went to bed earlier and my body started waking up earlier, right? Seems kind of obvious, but a lot of times what happens is people set out to have a morning routine and they immediately say, I'm just going to start waking up earlier, but they don't think about the bedtime. They don't think that, hey, you have to get enough sleep. This is going to catch up with you. And so they fall off the wagon. They stop having the morning routine because they're not getting enough sleep. If you want to have a morning routine that you stick with and you want to prepare for it, man, you got to make sure that you're setting a bedtime as well as a wake up time. So I hope these tips will help you create a more consistent morning routine for yourself. I also created a little PDF planner that can help you design your own Christ-honoring morning routine. It's free. There's a link in the description if you want it. And if you want more personal productivity from a Christian perspective, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next week.